All right, TED Talk.
All right, so this is my TED Talk. So the 10%, I got this vision in Baltimore about etching out my 10%. It always makes me feel like the clumps. You know how the clumps with the Eddie Murphy character and how he gets rid of the braggadocious, egoic person and then he gets dumb. And you're always trying to get rid of that 10%. So I like math, so it equated to me like I'm always trying to get rid of my 10%, whether that's 10% of weight, 10% of depression, 10% of sadness. When I get this, I'm going to be better. When I get that, I'm going to be better. When I earn more money, when I get a job, when I get a degree. And every time you accomplish that, then you make another 10%. Right? So me and God now have, once I got this math in my head downloaded, me and God have an arrangement, or I have an understanding that I am a whole 100% with that 10%. And at being 50 next year, it's not going anywhere. It may change or it may shift, but I'm going to be blessed with my fear. I'm going to be blessed with my insecurity.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be blessed with my whatever. There's nothing to
it's
change
90%.
because it's never gone away. You know, it's the whatever the pathology is, all the work that I try to do to get these thoughts out of my head. I be thinking about choking people. I be in here thinking about choking people. Is that ever going to go away? I don't know. But I'm still going to love people when I'm thinking about choking people.
Right. No, that's never going to go away.
So a lot of times I feel like we're doing so much work on ourselves to get somewhere, to have something, to be something that we're never going to be, and we're always going to replace it with an additional 10%.
This reminds me of something.
Abe-Hicks always says you never get it done.
Well, also, you know what it reminds me of? This strong thought that's coming through. When you believe in your purpose, and when you believe in you, and when you believe that spirit loves you regardless, you can be as flawed as you want to be. Like when you think of a Martin Luther King,
absolutely,
flaws on flaws on flaws.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yet his greatness could not be denied.
Absolutely.
When you think about so many of these people who we look up to, or people look up to, or you know, they doing the work, and then you see all of the, you know, the scandals become unveiled and Right. That's what that reminds me of when you say you're 10%, because you always feel like if I fix this, if I fix this. But honestly, you don't have to fix a daggone thing. All you have to do is walk in. You are you, a perfect being walking in light, and it all gets to happen.
Fix that confidence. That's what you need to fix.
Period. Like
that confidence, like
that confidence, that knowing, that faith.
Right.
Yes.
Like wow.
Yeah.
I met this,
and that's exactly what I was trying to say. So that's going to TED Talk. That's exactly. I feel so complete with this. I don't feel like 90% trying to gain anything. Like I clearly feel empowered in the wholeness of myself. And furthermore, let's take it another step, because we always say things are always working out in my favor. So that has to mean that fear is working out in your favor, insecurity is working out in your favor. Whatever it's bringing, it's in appreciation or clarity or incentive for you to do better. It can't be, but we're always trying to get rid of it.
Right. A tenant not paying their rent, it's all working out in my favor.
Exactly.
So I did not waste a minute when the cleaner didn't clean my house. Going ham or fussing at him or anything. I was in here cracking up because I knew immediately all of the messages, all of the reasons why that was happening. If I didn't know immediately, I trusted God was going to tell me. It would soon come, because I have so much evidence. Me and God have an agreement. I will do what you ask me to do. I'm about to cry. I will do what you ask me to do first, and then I will ask questions. Because all the time I'll be sitting there, but wow, what you want to do that for? We will do it on Friday? And the moment has passed. It's too late. It's too late once you've done all of that. The opportunity, you're just supposed to move. Now, God knows I'm nosy. My little homie, he knows I'm nosy. So our agreement is, I will do what you tell me to do.
Right. But
and
you
later,
tell me
you give me the evidence of why I had to do that. And so I've seen that answered enough times, because God is the essence of abundance, in that God is not trying to keep anything from me at all. Like, you know, with your children, you're not waiting on your children to fail. You know, I'm not waiting on them to fail in relationships or fail
just so you can be right. Just so you like, I told you.
God's like that to me. God's not waiting on me to be wrong. So God's like, here's the evidence here's more evidence of why when you did what I asked you to do, that this is why. This is why you had to park there. This is why you had to call this person first. This is why you had to keep your mouth shut about the cleaners not cleaning your house or make fun of it, you know. So I didn't want to waste any time.
Mm-hmm. And then it's funny, back to the 10% thing, because like you said with Abraham-Hicks, it reminds me, you know how I said my belief is every time I go on this cruise, it hastens my manifestation.
Right.
Yeah, something great happens. It just really quickens that direct connection toward what I'm asking for, and it actually manifests it in the physical. But remember I said, once I get one thing, there's always something else next.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's never done.
And that's what I was
It's never done.
I met this lady, and she was trying to help. I was in a situation where this group, there was some tension. And people were like, I'm a grown woman, I'm a grown A woman. And she said, let me share something my mother explained to me. Grown means you stopped. You are a growing woman.
Yes.
And when you die, you will be a growing woman. Because the minute you think you know it all, that's the problem. You will always be growing. You will always be learning.
A grown woman versus a growing woman. I love it. Growing. I-N-G.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say that.
Ooh, and then you can even play with grow win, like W-I-N.
Yeah.
Like why
I get to grow in.
Grown equals grown plus grow in equals grow win.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something that can be done with that. Put it on a t-shirt.
For sure.
We'll play with that.
Miss Fanny Robinson. Only two things I remember her teaching me. My mother's mother. One was, three things. One was, if you see anything red in your pants, go tell your mother.
Oh gosh.
I was really young. I hadn't got my period. Number two, if somebody put their hands on you, pick up the closest thing you can find and knock them the hell out. They have no reason putting their hands on you. I don't care if it's a brick or a broom or a stick. You knock them out. And she's telling me this, all these things back to back. And the last thing was, you are never grown. Grown is dead. Right? You have stopped growing. So that's cool that you brought that to this conversation. Because that was Fanny Robinson's advice.
And this was Tequila. Tequila said that, and we were like, ooh. Ooh. And we would catch ourselves. I'm a grown. No, I'm a growing woman. I am not a grown. Yeah.
This is why we never go home. Now it's like 4 something right now.
But then instead of looking at,
and we eating breakfast,
right, and loving it,
and full, and just
I didn't even realize
there's
that
more. I just want to eat more.
Oh my gosh. What were you saying, Carl?
I was going to say, and then when you look at yourself like that, you don't say, why didn't I know it? You go, oh, wow, look at what I just was able to learn today. And it's never a lack of, it's a, oh my gosh, I got to learn this today.
Exactly.
And like I said, and that's why like people like in the video with the tenant thing, they're like, they can't believe like, you're patient, you're this, you're that, you know. I don't feel mad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel sad. I feel like, wow, this is a great opportunity to learn.
Because it was never intended for that. You never intended for it to be a griping session. It was a point that you brought up in a video,
and it turned
that you realized other people deal with this, and there's no place to go to.
No, it turned into me telling a backstory. That just so happened that she wasn't paying rent. I was telling the backstory to why I forgot to pay the mortgage.
So it's never right.
So it's all about me, and then it turned into, okay, what happened was, you know. But this is why, when you know what you know, nobody can take that blessing, that joy from you.
Absolutely.
You know, no matter how many people in the comments tell me I should, I can't.
Right.
Even when you don't know it, no one can take it from you. You got to trust the protection. You have to trust what you know, that you are protected and blessed.
Yes.
And that's
I don't have to know the story.
Yes, the holistic knowing of that, I forgot what I was going to say. You say you had to know.
Well, I know when I was reading the stuff about you should be mad and you should be good. That's an energy you're attracting. Like, why do I want to have that energy? Like, you know, when I know everything's going to work out.
The fact that people transpose on you stuff that's not even there. Yeah. I can see you're frustrated. I can see you stressed. Really? No. I went back and watched the video. I'm laughing. I'm smiling. That's not fake. That's how I really feel.
But it's back to that's their stuff that they're projecting off on you.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going with, that struggle. So some people interpret what we're saying as you get to go through the struggle to win. Like, you know, like you're just attracting more drama in order to get to the win. And that's not what we're saying. Things will happen. Things show up. Life is happening.
Life is life.
But it's not, that rental situation is not a bad thing. Yeah. No more than, who wants to be attached to the bad or the good? Yeah. It's just feedback. That's it. It's just feedback. This energy at this table is what matters, not what happened last night and not what's getting ready to happen tomorrow or this evening. It's all you had. It's not even real. You don't have anything but right this
now.
That's it. And there's a sense of assurance. To your point about the protection, there's a sense of assurance and clarity. I know that. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 minutes, but I know
everything always works out.
And everything's working out for the greater good.
Yes.
Look, that's how it can be a shootout, and it got a gun pointed at you, and 2 days later you look at your child and say, "I've taught you what I needed to teach you. Go and fly."
So you can be on a whole plane flying into a gun shootout,
right.
and and just breathe through like what?
And still protected.
Oh, we're gonna open up and let y'all and get y'all to rent a car. Okay, wait, we're back on lockdown again, but we already still on.
Still protected. I forgot about that.
And you leaving the airport looking at the traffic trying to get to the airport, and I realized they ain't going nowhere for hours.
And that there's no traffic on our side because they had shut it down before we left. Then they shut it down right after we left.
Protection.
The way they do that at. And this is why gratitude and being grateful and appreciative is so important to me.
Absolutely.
And why it can be when I see people don't do it. In our little kids, our little girls, our little women, our young boys, our young men. Because if they learn this stuff now, it could be so much easier for them. Like we learned this stuff, we relearned this stuff along the way. But listen to what we know.
Exactly.
Listen to what and the practice of it, because I was talking to somebody about the practice in 7 years and yada yada, and my day one gratitude list was so
basic.
It was so, but I had to start
exactly
somewhere.
I remember it being a struggle starting out.
It was.
And when we started, we tried to
find things to be thankful for. Isn't that crazy?
We tried to try it by talking on the phone. That's how we started. And I was like, this ain't working.
And we were like, no.
Because we're all different people. Like, I might be a morning person or a night.
Right.
I ain't grateful yet. Hold on. Well, by the time y'all get on the phone call, I'm done over this grateful.
I didn't have a work day. I'm not grateful anymore.
Exactly. So then we just, I don't know how it happened with the emails.
I like the emails better because we can go back and look at so much of our life.
I remember the day. It was 16 days. And we were like, the first time we did it. The first time.
Did somebody send an email?
I remember you saying it on the phone, like, let's try an email or something like that. We did that. And then the second time we tried it, we started with emails in November. Yeah.
I remember the second time. When you put it on Facebook, asking people, and I'm like, I definitely want to do this. I want to do this. And I know when my vibration started changing and shifting and going higher, and I started seeing these amazing results as a result of being grateful, I no longer had a need for that medium. That medium didn't serve me because of what I was seeing and what I was allowing within that medium. It didn't serve me anymore. So I'm like, I got what I need. Let me move on. And the emails work for me. Like, I like that medium.
It's so funny how all of you guys were on different lists.
Yeah.
Carla was on a list with her people. You was on a list with your people. Like, y'all weren't even on the same list.
Right.
And I just think that I was done with it. I was like, okay, I'm still managing 1,039 lists. I'm over y'all. This is supposed to be a 30-day challenge. Some people don't want to stop. Okay, fine, y'all going on one list. And then so many people had so much resistance put toward that. But I was like, hey, who survives. And who doesn't do it no more, they don't do it. I don't care. But I don't even care if I am copy and pasting my same list to all 30 of the lists. I don't want to do them anymore.
That's a lot.
And you guys end up being the last men standing. I mean, you know what I mean? All on one combined list. Because Carla and them was on the list. They didn't want nobody on their list.
Really?
Oh, they was territorial. Yeah, they were like, no new people.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you getting on this group list.
You know what?
I don't think we said this for granted.
Our resistance was we just wouldn't respond to her. I would just act like I hadn't read the email. So every time she tried to introduce somebody, I would just act like I ain't see it.
Yeah, I was like, listen.
You keep it up, she'll go away. She'll go away. And she'd be like, I know y'all ignore it. I'm like, oh, okay, there she go.
Who was I trying to put on y'all list? Might have been Donna Maria. I don't know.
No, it wasn't Donna Maria.
Yeah,
I was on the list.
Oh, did I hit the I'm so sorry, YouTube fam. I'm sorry, babies.
She don't punch y'all. She don't want y'all on her list either.
YouTube fam, it's interesting how folks will be in the comments saying they want this and they have goals for this. They have goals for this type of relationship or this type of life. And Tinesha is daggone there demonstrating, giving a prototype for you to follow to have it, and people still don't want to do the work.
No, and I know that some of what I heard is just like I don't know. I think some people either believe it's fake or believe it's I don't know.
But this is why, because of that, it is why I try to show the scenes, behind the scenes of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To show, like, it's not that it's all perfect or all whatever, but it is consistent. Mm-hmm. And I do have some of the same habits throughout my day, throughout my week, throughout my month that produces these end results.
People would think you're making some of this stuff up, but watching you get to see that this is really, this is it. Like, you really did.
And I have people in real life who know me in real life who always, blah, 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 blah. But then they see the stuff, now suddenly they want to be here too, sitting on the side and being in the circle.
Yeah, I have plenty of people when I share, like, oh, I want to travel with y'all, I want to get in y'all group. I'm like, well, actually, no, I will do a 30-day with you, but you can't do this right here.
Yeah, this is sacred. And like I said, the people who ain't here, they ain't here. They try to start their own list. They try, and that it didn't last. But, and you know me, sometimes, matter of fact, the other day, I sent a text to Ayana the other morning. I was like, oh, this is my gratitude list for the day. Because I was listening to her song. And then I said, wow, as I was listening to it, I said, how cool is it that I can actually tell the artist of the song I appreciate them in real life.
Yeah.
Like on that person's own phone.
Yes, exactly.
I can't do that when I'm moving to a Stevie Wonder or somebody else. I don't know them. So I said, let me let her know.
Yes.
And then as I let her know.
The synchronicity of that you choose that name, you can cut it out if you want. But I was talking to her 2 days ago. While we're talking, we ain't talking months. We get caught up and boo, loving and all that stuff. And Stevie called her.
Wow.
I'll call you back.
Who called her?
Stevie.
Who?
Stevie.
Called as
her.
in Wonder.
Wow. That's what I said. I said,
Stevie Wonder called her.
And she started gratituding about that and telling the whole story and everything.
Yeah.
But while it's funny.
Yeah, so as I was doing that and texting her, Kwame called me at that same time. I was still in the car. This is all in the parking lot at work.
Wow.
I didn't even get out the car to go into the office. I was about to get ready to.
Yeah.
And he called me. And I just wanted to cry. Like, I was fighting back all my tears because he always says I'm busting into tears. But it's just so much appreciation.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about, you know, what we felt about the party.
Yeah.
And all of that energy he brings. His 7-year thing. Every 7 years is a rebirth for him.
Yeah.
Just all of that beautiful stuff. And, you know, but yeah, so it's just some good stuff.
And then 27 is the year of completion. And every 7 years
it's something new.
He completes out whatever it is.
Yeah, I called him too to say, like, they just thank you for for being, thank you for your vision, for the energy that you create a space for all. I mean, because it was so unapologetically free. Yeah. You know, we be unapologetically women, unapologetically black. It was he's unapologetically free.
I told him that. I said, here's the thing. Going to his event, and Kwame is this successful, world-renowned, multi-millionaire, New York Times best-selling, all the things. You know, Disney Plus, Netflix, all of the things.
Yeah.
But yet, when we go, and we talked about this, you don't feel pretension in the room. You don't feel, well, who are you? What are your credentials? You don't feel none of that. And I told him that because when I would go places with Dick Gregory, his circle was like that. Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to speak. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to acknowledge
you
here. He wasn't like that. But some of the people in his camp and some of the people who were around him, and you realize that sometimes some of those people are around him because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you weren't somebody with a capital S, they had no time for you.
Exactly.
Kwame's circle, you never get that. It could be the governor of such and such, the mayor of such and such, and everybody treats everybody so loving and so. I'm so happy to see you, even though I ain't did ish since I wrote "Holler at the Moon."
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I was first indoctrinated into the group. But you still feel that love. You still feel the eyes lighting up all over the room, and not just Kwame. And I told him, I said, and for me, that takes a burden off of you to have to be the host that everybody just wants your time, your time, your time. You know that your people are in good company and that they can share time and that they can feed off the time of one another. So you don't have that burden, that responsibility to go and float through and make sure everybody is happy.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's like you said, people were inside, people were outside, but everyone was just having a wonderful time being in that space together to celebrate him and to just,
He creates the space, he sets the energy.
Consistent question that I saw circulate in the room is, how do you know Kwame? How did you meet Kwame?
Yeah, I think that's one of those top conversation openers.
Sure, exactly.
You know, one of those, this is how we can start a conversation.
Yeah.
This is what we all have in common right now. Kwame, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like when you go to the birthday party. How do you know the birthday person?
Right,
Are you related to the birthday boy?
Right.
Yeah.
we did that last week, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so, and this, like I said, this is just a good life we build. Yeah. And even with me meeting him and forging a relationship with him was all on faith too. Was walking out. I think he put out a Facebook post. Well, I met him before with the whole, I know you. And he's like, well, who are you? I'm Tinesha. I'm a poet. If you're a poet, do a poem. And I did a poem right there on the spot. You know, that was my audition. Little did I know. But even when he put out a Facebook post, again, asking about people who could travel with him to do book in a day. And I said, I can. And he said, no, you can't. You have a job. I said, I'll worry about my job.
You're right.
And I never let my job become an excuse. I never gave him I worked it out.
Yeah.
Where do you need me? Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there. Yeah. Where do you need me? Down the street? Oh, you just called me an hour before the thing? Yeah. I'll be there. Yeah. I worked it out. But that was faith. Because a lot of times fear says, well, you're right. Wait, hold up. I got a job. I don't know. Hesitation. I didn't hesitate. I just did it.
Yeah.
I didn't figure none of it out. How much you paying me? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You know, what do you need?
Exactly.
I'm here.
I love it. Are
you about to talk about it?
No, I'm not. Oh, okay. I'm not. And then to find out that me and Donna, who I met in Ghana, have been on programs for all these years side by side. On the same programs and did not know each other.
Right.
Never even said a hi, how do you do, nothing.
Right.
We're set on a plane. I didn't pick my plane ticket or my
Exactly. Same row. Same next to each other.
Now we gotta do it because I gotta talk to you the whole way. Like, come on, girl. You know how much conversation we could have had?
I know.
Now, when you talked to her, did y'all realize y'all were going to the same thing for the same
No, we knew that.
Okay.
So you both knew you were going for leap?
For leap?
Yes.
Oh, so when you were on the plane, you were clear on
Yes, because by then, because it was a whole group of people who I didn't know.
Okay. Yes.
And the only person I knew was Kim and Marge, but they were flying. Well, Marge wasn't sat next to me.
Yeah, so I don't remember where we were when you shared this, but you were like, yeah, I'm here. I'm not going to stay the whole time. I just decided to drop in and I was like, who is this free bird?
And that's exactly what it is.
Who is this free
It's options that she knows she has that most people don't even question or even know that they have. And for Tinesha, everything is about her experience, her joy, her bliss.
Yeah.
She does not feel obligated to do anything.
And I honestly didn't know a whole lot of people like that. You know what I mean?
And that was just so normal and natural for me.
Most people live on
things on my
terms. Everything we do is obligated. I feel somebody's going to be mad. Someone's going to be disappointed. So, and I've learned from you, like, everything you do is because you want to do it. You are very genuine.
Exactly.
And get over yourself. I'm not obligated. I don't have to do that for you. I don't.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from you.
That was just amazing to me. And so then, you know, at some point when we're talking and it's you and Kim thinks I'm the youngest person on the planet.
Kim trying to be her mentor.
Kim my mentor. And you mentioned Abe-Hicks and I'm like, I studied Abraham-Hicks. And she was like, black people don't do Abraham-Hicks. Yes, I do.
Oh.
And I loved it.
And that's when we bonded.
I never had a community around it. Because so many people, we don't know a whole lot of people. You know, but it resonated with me. And so that was when it started.
Because just think about all those people who were on that trip. You're the person. You're my person. I took back. You're my little toy. My little, what is it? My little souvenir.
Right.
I put you in my pocket and came back with you.
But
like I don't know where those other people. I don't even know if I remember their names.
Yeah. But isn't that the law of attraction? That is how that works.
It's the same with the writing class.
The writing class, exactly. Carla was my souvenir from the writing class. She was my party gift. Yeah.
I don't even know their names.
I've always been like that with like jobs and stuff. There's always, I'll meet 20 people because I meet people.
Yeah, you're a meter.
I always have one. It was like that in school in the military. I would go around. And Raphael.
Yep, the guy
It would always be one. And so I have one friend. Contessa's my one friend from 30 years ago there that stands out the most. And there's one from this place and one from this job. That God just is like, this is your, what did you call it? Care package? Not care package.
Souvenir. Yeah, your souvenir.
From that experience.
I don't buy things.
And that's I
buy people.
When I worked on the project with her, that was like the first time I had an assignment where I didn't have that part in it. Like, I didn't try to force it because those women were not they were not my people on that project.
I would always have the opposite in my evolution of friendships where it was hard to end them for me. So I met people easily. We connected and spent time, like one of the ones that were, are you putting this somewhere?
I might.
It might go, so be careful.
No, don't be careful.
Say what you want to be heard.
And I were thick as thieves. And then we were. So we were together. We had a great.
She needed a counselor.
Yeah.
Not even that. She had a small child. I had small children. We just chilled and stuff together.
Connected on that.
I went over her house. I would organize it. We would talk. She would cook. So I would have that sometimes with low vibration people, but we would have like the best of fun. Like I might get the highest of themselves in that.
Gotcha.
And then moving
on.
And then moving out of it, so it was never getting in, she was getting out, and me letting go. And finally, with certain people, I realized like that's complete. But I would be talking to God like, why, that was so. I like that consistency because I didn't have it growing up, so I would want to have that consistency.
That was me. Always changing schools, always being a new girl.
So you kind of want that
connect
friend that you had since you were 12, but you're growing.